Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on the new Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer that just came out. This is the new and improved version of the original, very iconic Tarte Shape Tape. I'm going to be putting these to the test against each other and doing a full-blown review and wear test on this new Ultra Creamy Tarte Shape Tape. But before we get started, I do quickly want to introduce myself for those of you guys who are new to my channel. Hi, welcome. My name is Jessica, aka the Mexican Beauty. I make videos on all things beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. So I would love for you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. While you're at it, hit that notification bell because that will make sure you never miss a video. And also, please don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, the Mexican Beauty, because whenever I'm not here on YouTube, I'm there literally 24/7. You won't want to miss it. I've also recently applied for Sephora Squad, which is an influencer-based program that Sephora has officially started, and I turned in my application. Now I need your testimonials, which are basically like references saying why I would be an amazing addition to Sephora Squad. I will have the link to where you guys can go ahead and leave me your testimonials. They literally take no more than 2 minutes. You guys just type up just a little something why you think I should be on the squad. I will leave that link down below so you guys can check that out and do that, and I really greatly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this review of the new Tarte Shape Tape Ultra Creamy Concealer. So keep watching. So we are going to begin talking about the two Tarte primers. I have here the original Tarte Shape Tape, and I have here the newest one, which is the Ultra Creamy Shape Tape Concealer. We're gonna be putting these to the test against each other. This is mainly gonna be a review of the Ultra Creamy one, but I just kind of wanna put them side by side, see, you know, what I like more, what I would recommend more. Ultra Creamy one, I did pick up the shade Medium Honey. I also have the original Tarte Shape Tape in the Medium Honey as well. I do quickly want to talk about what foundation I have on. I'm currently wearing the Kat Von D Apple Foundation Balm. I am obsessed with this stuff. In case you guys see a little bit of some separation up there, it's not the foundation, it's because my hair gel caused that. So it's not the foundation's fault. Foundation's looking flawless. Let's start with the old formula. So we're gonna be applying this on this side right here. You guys can see, like I said, this is Medium Honey. And we're just gonna go in. Because this foundation is so nice and full coverage, you guys know that if you guys have tried this very full coverage foundation, we're not gonna use a lot. We're gonna use a little bit. And I'm kind of gonna follow that TikTok technique. I've been so used to doing like the full triangle, but I feel like with certain concealers, you want to tread lightly. You don't want to use a lot. So I'm gonna begin applying this with my e.l.f. concealer sponge. You guys can see how flawless that looks. Literally looks incredible. Bam. So for our setting powder, I'm gonna be using the KKW Beauty powder. This one is in Bake number 2, and I'm gonna be using the other side of the sponge just to kind of apply a little bit of that powder right underneath because I do crease. I have tried countless concealers and tried to see if they work without any type of powder, but unfortunately for me, that doesn't work. I have to bake just a little bit, set it, and then dust it away. I don't like to leave it on for too long, especially if you do go in with a product that's a little bit more so of a full coverage consistency. You want to go in very lightly and then remove, because if you go in with too much powder, it's not going to work out. I want to make sure that if you do use a damp sponge, it is not soaking wet. I've noticed that when I have a fuller coverage concealer and it's a soaking wet sponge that's going to go into action, it just literally will separate and not look good. And now we're going to go ahead and remove. It definitely does a good job of immediately locking in. Like I mentioned, this is more so of a mattifying consistency, so you do want to tread lightly with the original one. I personally use this all the time if I am doing like cutting the crease, or I also use this a lot for my eye primer. I apply this all over and it dries perfectly, and I feel like it creates that perfect blank canvas to begin applying pigments on top of the eyes, and it really keeps the eyeshadow on all day long. So that's what I like the original Tarte Shape Tape for. So I'm really excited to try the new one. Like I mentioned, it is supposed to be the same shade. I got it in Honey Medium. I will swatch them for you guys so you guys can kind of see them against each other, because I feel like the new Ultra Creamy looks a little bit lighter. Sometimes when they change formulas, it tends to be different. So let's go ahead. I love opening a fresh concealer. I'm gonna do the same thing I did on this side over here. Ooh, this one feels way more like almost wet, hydrating. And since we went in with a damp sponge on this side, I am gonna go ahead and take my favorite concealer brush. This one is by Rare Beauty, and I'm just going to begin applying this. Wow. Holy shiz. This is really good coverage. I also really like this color in Honey. I feel like it's a little bit lighter and more brightening than the original Tarte Shape Tape Medium Honey, because it's literally the same shade. I love a good brightening concealer. Anything that is meant to like really hydrate my under eyes, I'm totally here for. This blends like a dream. This blends much easier than the original Tarte Shape Tape. Immediately seeing that. Wow. This reminds me of the consistency of the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. That one is my favorite drugstore concealer of all time. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of powder again on here, just for these under eyes. I just like to take it right where I crease, nowhere else because I don't need it. And I'm just gonna dust it away. I was a little concerned because I did notice here that it did separate a little bit, but honestly, I've been suffering from dryness in this area, so I think that's what's happening. So I feel like that's where that little separation is stemming from. So it's formulated with a built-in eye cream for 24-hour moisture, pigment power of your favorite concealer for skin that looks hydrated, never dry. It's full coverage, natural moisturizing matte finish, doesn't cake or settle in lines. Infused with nourishing prickly pear, hyaluronic acid, ginseng, vegan squalene, meadow sweet avocado, mango, and shea butters. It helps smooth and reduce the look for fine lines and wrinkles, delivers 12-hour crease-proof and waterproof consistencies. Now, this was targeted more so for people of dry skin complexion and also people that do have mature skin. I feel like they really want to target everybody with their products, and I think that's amazing. They also really do have a great color range. So we have the two concealers on. I really do like the consistency and formula of the new one. I'm going to swatch them side by side. So I'm first going to be swatching the new formula. You guys can see this is the new Ultra Creamy formula in Medium Honey. Then I'm going to swatch the original Tarte Shape Tape, because I also want to see kind of like the color, because I feel like the colors between both of them is a little tiny bit different. So you guys can see this is the new Ultra Creamy Tarte Shape Tape, and this is the original one. I feel like the new one looks a little tiny bit lighter than the old one, and these two are both the same shade. I will keep these on the back of my hand just to kind of see how they dry. I do feel like the original one looks a little bit more so of like a matte consistency. It's just kind of drying quicker than the new one. The new one still looks really nice, creamy, and wet. So that's something that I like about the new one. Definitely a really good formula. And I feel like so far, just first impressions, it feels really nice. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do really fast is finish off the rest of the face, and then we can go ahead and start our day and kind of see where this is gonna take us, because I definitely do wanna do a slight wear test on both of these. Okay guys, so I finished my entire face of makeup. All the details will be down below in my description box, so you guys can go ahead and check out these items. But I do just wanna go ahead and get right into the under eye concealer so that we can go ahead and get started with this mini wear test. So I have on here the creamy and the original one. They both retail for $27, and they do contain 0.33 ounces both. So they are standard size for concealer, so nothing new there. So here I still have the swatches because I wanted to keep them on to see kind of how they worked, if they oxidized. So you guys can see this one right here is the original one. And then this one right here is the new Ultra Creamy. So you guys can see the original one definitely did oxidize as we left it on for a little bit longer. The new one stayed exactly the same in color, so it doesn't oxidize, but yet they are the same color, Medium Honey. I personally like to go so more for a brightening effect on my under eyes than true to my foundation color, just because I do like the under eyes to look a little bit brighter. Now on, I can definitely tell the difference because I do feel like the Ultra Creamy side does still look like it's more brightened than the original one. The original one is matching more so my foundation. So that's just something right there. Now I will say, I feel like the original one has a little tiny bit of buildup where I tend to crease. Definitely can see that happening because it's more so of a thicker consistency, fuller coverage, and I feel like it just kind of gives it that more like chunked up effect. As for the new one, the Ultra Creamy, it definitely does look more lightweight on the under eye. It doesn't look like this one where you can see a part of the product kind of like being a little bit chunky. It looks more so evenly distributed. But I do feel like this side just feels overall more lightweight. It feels more natural. I will show you guys an in natural lighting clip up close and personal both eyes so that you guys can kind of see a more detailed view of it. And then you guys will get my final thoughts at the end of the day. Right now it is 2 p.m. so we did get a later start today. But nonetheless, I'm gonna give you guys a full-blown review and I'll catch you guys probably around like 8 or 9 p.m. so that we can really wear this to the max. Because I'm excited to see how these do against each other. But so far I am liking the new and improved version a lot. I feel like it looks fantastic. So continue watching. Hey guys, so I am back right now. It is 9:30 p.m. and I just finished with my day and I am excited to report back to you guys and let you guys know how the Ultra Creamy Concealer did versus the original Tarte Shape Tape. So definitely feel you guys can see the Tarte Shape Tape original definitely creased by the end of the day. Definitely a full coverage concealer that has more so of like that mattifying vibe, which is why I think it had more buildup. And like you guys have heard me say before, I personally like to use that as an eyeshadow primer. I just feel like it works great. And I continue to repurchase it for that reason. But as a concealer, I'm not the fondest of it. Now, I do have to say, the new creamy one did crease a little tiny bit, but way, way less than the original Tarte Shape Tape. So that just goes to show you guys that they definitely did change the formula. They improved it and made it much more hydrating and better for perhaps the person who wanted to love the Tarte Shape Tape but couldn't because it was just too thick and heavy. This is definitely going to be one that you will definitely enjoy. I feel like this one just really sat really nicely. I also love the fact that it really did give me like that nice brightening effect. I feel like I wasn't necessarily seeing that from the original Tarte Shape Tape. I would be mindful, in case you may be somebody that doesn't like brightening, that this will look a little bit more brighter than the original Tarte Shape Tape if you do get the same exact shade, which you guys did see that earlier on in the day. So I would definitely, right now in 2021, would rather go for the new and improved version of it. I love when brands come out with new reformulated products and continue to listen to their customers and make things better and better. So definitely give props to Tarte. I will definitely be using this a lot, so you guys will probably see me talk about this concealer a lot on my channel. I will have the shade and everything down below so you guys can check that out. I hope that this video was useful in case you were somebody who perhaps was eyeing the new Tarte Shape Tape Ultra Creamy Concealer but didn't know whether to get it or not. Highly would recommend it, especially if you do have dry under eyes. I think you will appreciate this one a lot. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you did enjoy watching my concealer reviews. And I think that's all I have for you guys. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.